Thank you everybody for coming this morning. We'll give you a brief overview of the program. There's been some changes to the program this morning. And the goal of the program really was, of course, to heighten the awareness to the situation with Gilad Shalit, and to really put it back on everybody's front and center radar screen. Dan, do you want to talk for a minute about suicide to Hilm or so?
We probably thought to Hilm, but you could.
Okay, we're going to start with Rabbi Helm. They come up and say, lead us in a parak of two-part Hilm.
Shalom Allah, Sasaynai Larim, Me'ayin Yavo Ezri.
Shalom Allah, Sasaynai
Ezri, Me'im Adonai, Yaseh Shemayim Varetz.
Yaseh Shemayim Varetz.
Ayitein L'mod Reglecha, Ayonum Shomerecha.
Ayitein L'mod Reglecha,
Hine Le'num Lo'yishan, Shomer Yisrael. Adonai Shomerecha, Adonai Tzilcha, Yad Yaminecha. Yom HaShemesh Lo Yakeka, V'yareach V'Lo Adonai Yishmarcha Mikol Ra, Yishmar Es Nafshecha. Adonai Yishmar Es Eischa V'Lecha, Me'atzav Yad Allah. Shir Malos, Mimam Hakim, Krasicha Adonai. Adonai Shema V'Kolit, Yena Zaka Shuvah Z'Kol Tachanunai. Yena V'Nas Tishmaya, Adonai Miyamo. Yeh Yimchas L'Cha L'man Tzivareh. Visi Adonai Kivusad Nashiv L'Dvara Hafalti. Nashil Adonai Nishamrim Lavoker, Shamrim Lavoker. Yafa Yisrael Adonai Kim Adonai Chesed V'yarbeh Imo Fidus. Hu Yiftes Yisrael Mikol Avonasai.
Please be seated. This program this morning came about partly as a project that my son Ari is working on for his upcoming bar mitzvah in 4 weeks from today. And I'm going to call on Ari to welcome everybody and say a few words.
Hi, my name is Ari Hacker. I am 12 years old and will turn 13 in a month. My bar mitzvah parsha is Parsha Vayigash, where Shach's bar Yehuda asking for his brother Binyamin to be freed from captivity. Thinking about Binyamin being held captive and his brother trying to free him made me think about Gilad Shalit and how we should be trying to free him. Because of this, for my bar mitzvah, I want to get schools and shul around the world to focus on and remember Gilad Shalit in captivity. I decided to do this project because my mother once showed me a video about Gilad Shalit. I started thinking about how he is all alone in prison for 4 years, not being able to see his family or even know if anyone thinks or cares about him. I also thought about how he was defending Israel, our land, and the Jews, our people. Therefore, I made Shabbat Gilad for people around the world to unite at one time to remember Gilad Shalit. Either by learning about the mitzvah of Yom Shvuyim, by having an assembly, or saying Tehillim, or writing letters, or anything else around the time of our mitzvah, December 11th, I hope everyone will join me in trying to help save Gilad Shalit by turning Parsha Vayigash into Shabbat Gilad. And hope one day Gilad will be able to come visit us here in Yeshiva Noam.
This morning's program really was a combination, and Mr. Ari was working on his project for Shabbat Gilad, and Mr. Dan Fried has also been working on programming with regard to Gilad Shalit, and it became a natural fit, so I'm going to ask Dan to say a few words about this morning's program.
Morning. I'm not sure how to express what happened, but my dear friend and partner, who on the other side in Israel, we have been doing presentations around the United States, around the world, and he passed away 4 hours ago. And as I called this morning to do a test to the connection, his daughter said, "I'm very sorry," and explained to me, and I don't even, it hasn't even hit me yet. He's such a wonderful man, and he's been teaching basic Judaism to places like Tulsa, Oklahoma, to non-Jewish communities, and explaining about Jewish life and who we are and what we do. And he's been doing this in Tulsa, in Madison, Wisconsin, places in the far-off distance. And he made a difference in the world, and he changed the world, and I'm just so sad. We are going, in place of doing a video conference, the studio was in his home, and in place of doing a video conference, we hope to, Noam Shalit, father of Gilad, will be on the phone and speak to us, and perhaps take questions. I'm not sure how this will happen, but we'll work this out momentarily. And so I'd like to, Anat, would you come up and say a few words?
Noam is hopefully going to, I've never needed a microphone before, people always say I'm too loud. Do we hear me? We don't hear me? We're going to meet the hear me for the phone. I don't understand, I'm almost damn tight. Thank you, Dan, thank you, Haglers, for arranging this. My name is Anat. I am a close friend of the Shalits, and have been involved in the campaign to release Gilad Shalit for 4.5 years now. It's actually exactly 1,595 days. I think that's a number that is so big that it's hard for us to understand that. And I think if you think about what's happened in your life in the last 1,595 days, my son, who is in the back over there and celebrated his bar mitzvah, was in 4th grade when Gilad got kidnapped. And that is how long. I think if we think about how many babies have been born, how many presidents we've gone through, how many prime ministers Israel has gone through, this is a tremendous amount of time. And all this time, Gilad's life has been on hold. I think the only way that I can understand how huge this is think about the pressure when you're waiting, after you make a phone call, after you have a job interview, and you're waiting for a call back. Or when you were dating and you were waiting for someone to call you back, and time doesn't stop. Or as a parent, I see we have a lot of children here. As a parent, it's happened to all of us, that you don't know where your kids are for 35 seconds, and you freak out, and you don't know where they are, and you're ready to stop the entire world because where is my son? With my children, I have particular talent for doing this, and especially big places like the Israel Museum and the Kotel and wherever it is that there's no way I can find them within 10 seconds. And it's the scariest thing ever. And for Aviva and Noam, what we're all so afraid of is what happened. Is they do know where their son is, and their son is with the worst people he could possibly be with. Their son is in the hands of Hamas, and they haven't spoken with him, and they haven't heard from him, and the most we've had is one video over a year ago of 2 minutes and 11 seconds where they could see their son reading off of a sheet of paper. I'm sure you've all seen this video, reading off of something that he